June was a month of surprises. Every day I visited my balcony garden, there was something or the other to surprise me, in the form of new blooms, veggies ready to be picked up, fruits ripening. There were also bad surprises, in the form of pests, plants drying up due to too much of heat, and plants not growing as I expected them to grow. Let us take a look at how my plants were doing in my small balcony garden during the month of June. Stay tuned because I've saved the best for the last. Remember the spring veggies we planted in February and March? The spinach, radish, lettuce have all grown and was ready to harvest in the beginning of June. I have been harvesting them continuously this month to use it in my kitchen. These are my baby spinach. And here are the big spinach leaves. It is actually difficult to find such big spinach leaves from the supermarket here. It is such a rewarding experience when you get to enjoy the fruits of your hard work. I had shown how my lettuce had grown in a separate video, harvested a bunch of them, and now they are growing back again. Usually lettuce can be harvested 3 to 4 times before it starts to flower. I have intercropped lettuce, spinach and radish in the shade of other veggies so that they can also be harvested in the summer. Carrots are a bit slow in their growth, but are definitely on their way. Maybe I need to fertilize it more. Also have 2 to 3 batches of carrots growing on my balcony. These were sown in March. There's a video on that. And these were sown in April. This is my main hobby these days, to look beneath to see if the carrots are developing or not. You can see that it is in the making process, so maybe I can harvest them in the next month. If you have been watching my videos for a while, you know that we built 2 raised beds for our balcony. They are filled up with different layers of materials inspired by the Hugel Kultur method. Video on this will be linked. This month I started to plant on my raised bed with some tomatoes, chilies, peppers, cucumbers, etc. Cucumbers are growing really well and have started to put out male flowers. If you don't know, they produce 2 kinds of flowers and the first to come are always the male ones. I have to give proper trellis or climbing support to my cucumbers. I've been putting it off for a long time. This bed also has some marigold and carrots growing. I'm still sowing some crops like beetroot, radish and some more lettuce, and maybe reserve some space for winter crops. So that is why it looks a bit empty. And on the other bed I have some tomatoes growing. They have also grown really well and have started to bloom. And you can see the first tomato is on its way. I wasn't sure whether to keep the blooms on my tomatoes or pluck it off so that the plants can grow a bit bigger. I might pluck the blooms from one of my tomato plants just to experiment whether it makes any difference. I know it is too soon to give a review of my raised bed, but looking at how my tomatoes and cucumbers are growing, the thick green leaves and the early blooms, I've got to say I'm impressed. I really hope it continues this way. On the other side of the bed, there are some chilies and pepper. Chilies are growing very slow. Actually, something interesting happened with my chilies. I'd sown chilies 3 or 4 times right from March onwards, but they were not germinating at all. I was on the verge of giving up this year, but that is when my batch from April started to give results. But now you can see there is a chili plant in every pot. These are probably the seeds that I had sown in February and March. Moving on, these are some other veggies growing in containers. The garlic was ready to be harvested. The bulbs are a bit smaller, maybe due to lack of space or lack of phosphorus in the soil. The roses were in full bloom this June. The other flowers that I'm growing from seeds are nasturtiums, petunias, marigold, sunflower. Some of them are waiting to be repotted. Hydrangeas are growing back but a bit slow. I'm also growing some herbs like lavender, rosemary, chamomile, and coriander. No garden is complete without a compost. So this is my new batch of compost that I started in June. As I mentioned before, I have saved the best for the last, and this is the one I'm most proud of, the strawberries. They definitely tasted better than the ones from the supermarket. Still, there is a lot to be done on my balcony. Hope you enjoyed this quick update video. And also let me know which was your favorite part in this video. See you in the next. Thank you so much for watching. Bye and take care.